It's been in the back of my mind for quite a while, the whole climate change debate, environmental issues growing, pollution. So I've always felt very strong.
Behind the palace walls, a medical emergency has just unfolded that no one saw coming. Doctors delivered an urgent update that left Prince William visibly shaken, revealing information that could change everything we thought we knew about the royal family's future. Just minutes ago, palace sources confirmed what many had feared but no one wanted to believe. The medical team overseeing a critical situation within the royal family provided an update so unexpected that it left the Prince of Wales in a state of visible distress. Those who have seen him in the hours following the news describe a man transformed, his usual composure shattered by information no husband, father, or future king should ever have to receive. The update arrived late on the evening of December 15, 2025, during what was supposed to be a routine check-in with royal medical staff. Instead, what William heard in that private consultation reportedly left him reeling. Highly placed sources within Kensington Palace report that he was seen pacing the corridors of his residence well past midnight, his face pale and drawn, hands trembling as he clutched his phone, making call after call to trusted confidants and family members. This isn't the first time the royal family has faced a medical crisis, but what makes this update particularly alarming is the speed at which it developed and the severity of the situation. Palace insiders, speaking on condition of anonymity, described the atmosphere inside Kensington Palace as suffocating, with staff moving in hushed tones, their faces etched with worry. The update came during what was supposed to be a routine evening briefing led by some of the United Kingdom's most respected royal physicians, doctors who have served the family for decades and understand the delicate balance between medical necessity and royal protocol. For them to request an urgent meeting and deliver news that left Prince William shaken speaks volumes about the gravity of the situation. Sources reveal that this represents a significant deterioration in a condition previously believed stable, with medical language behind closed doors filled with terms like critical, urgent, and immediate intervention, painting a far darker picture than anything publicly acknowledged. Witnesses say William's reaction was immediate and visceral, a man known for his stoicism and composure reportedly leaning heavily against a wall, eyes closed, breath coming in short, sharp gasps as he absorbed the doctor's words. Despite his experience with public scrutiny, combat service, and high-pressure duties, this news left him visibly rattled. The timing could not be worse. He has been working tirelessly to fulfill royal responsibilities, support his father King Charles, be present for his children, and prepare for his future role as monarch. Now, with urgent medical news disrupting everything, royal engagements are quietly being cancelled, schedules rearranged, and the machinery of the monarchy is pivoting to manage a crisis no one saw coming. The scene inside Kensington Palace in the hours following the urgent medical update has been described by insiders as something out of a nightmare. The normally bustling residence, filled with the sounds of staff going about their duties and children playing, has fallen into an eerie, tense silence. Prince William, according to multiple sources, has barely left a particular wing of the palace, spending hours in private consultations with medical staff, royal advisors, and family members who rush to his side. Perhaps most heartbreaking is his effort to shield his children from the full horror of the situation. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are at an age where they understand far more than their parents might wish. Sources say William has been doing everything possible to maintain a sense of normalcy for them, ensuring they stick to routines, get to school on time, and have evening meals together. But the strain is evident, and the children can sense that something is terribly wrong, even if they do not fully comprehend it. The emergency meetings taking place within Kensington Palace have been described as intense and emotionally charged. Prince William has assembled a small, trusted team of advisors, medical professionals, and family members to help him navigate this unthinkable situation. These late-night gatherings focus not only on the immediate medical crisis but also on the broader implications for the family, the monarchy, and the future. Palace staff report seeing a man torn between his roles as husband, father, and heir to the throne. In one moment, a concerned family member, voice breaking as he questions doctors about treatments, timelines, and hope. In the next, the future king, jaw set in determination while discussing contingency plans and maintaining institutional stability. The physical toll is evident, normally meticulous about his appearance and health. William has been seen exhausted, pale, and sleep-deprived, surviving mostly on coffee and whatever staff can persuade him to eat. Friends describe him as running purely on adrenaline and willpower, pushing himself to the limit because he knows he must. Adding to the strain is the need for absolute discretion. While the world speculates, William is enduring a private ordeal largely isolated from the support many families might receive. Those close to him fear that this combination of stress, responsibility, and isolation could have long-term effects on his mental and emotional well-being. Inside Kensington Palace, Strict protocols have been put in place to manage the unfolding situation. Access to certain areas has been restricted, even for long-time staff members, and private medical equipment has been quietly brought into the residence, signaling that doctors are preparing for multiple scenarios. The palace's private medical suite, usually reserved for routine checkups and minor ailments, has been transformed into a fully equipped mini-hospital, complete with monitoring devices and emergency supplies. The medical update that has left Prince William so shaken revolves around complications doctors had hoped to avoid but now must confront directly. Sources with direct knowledge reveal that the Royal Medical Team, in consultation with specialists from some of London's top hospitals, has identified a series of developments requiring immediate and intensive intervention. What they have discovered is not only concerning but potentially life-altering, with treatment options that are as complex as they are daunting. The deterioration has occurred far more rapidly than anyone anticipated, heightening the urgency and gravity of the situation. Medical professionals who were cautiously optimistic just days ago are now using language that reflects a far darker reality. Terms like aggressive progression, limited treatment window, and high-risk intervention have surfaced in private briefings, starkly contrasting the carefully worded public statements the palace has released in recent months. What alarms the medical team most is that traditional treatments haven't produced the expected results, forcing doctors to consider alternative strategies, many of which carry significant risks. These are decisions no family should face, choices that keep physicians awake at night, weighing potential benefits against potentially catastrophic outcomes. The urgency of this latest update stems from test results received on December 14, 2025, which revealed markers and indicators that medical professionals find deeply troubling. These were not minor anomalies that could be monitored over time, but results demanding immediate action, prompting the medical team to bring Prince William into a conversation that could no longer be avoided. Working with external specialists, palace medical staff have reportedly recommended an aggressive and controversial treatment protocol involving cutting-edge procedures with no guaranteed success. For William, understanding the technical aspects while simultaneously grappling with the emotional weight of what this means for his family has been nearly unbearable. The doctors have made it clear, time is not on their side. The window for effective intervention is measured not in months or weeks, but potentially in days. This urgency explains why the palace has acted so swiftly to assemble necessary medical resources, fly in specialists from across Europe, and keep Prince William in near constant consultation with the medical team. Every hour now matters, and the pressure to make the right decisions under such time constraints is immense. The doctor's concerns extend beyond the immediate crisis, encompassing the longer-term implications of any treatment path, including the potential for complications and the reality that even with the best medical care, no outcome is guaranteed. This brutal honesty has left William shaken. A man accustomed to having options and influencing outcomes now faces a situation largely beyond his control. Medical professionals have also emphasized the psychological and emotional impact on the entire family, recommending counseling support not just for William but for his children. Acknowledging the potential lasting effects of this stress and uncertainty, the palace has quietly arranged for mental health professionals to be available, though sources say William has been hesitant to seek help for himself, choosing instead to focus all his energy on the immediate medical crisis. Behind a public facade of royal duty and composure, Prince William is enduring what friends describe as the darkest period of his life. Those who know him well say they have never seen him like this, never witnessed such visible anguish in a man who has built a career on maintaining dignity and strength under pressure. The urgent medical update has stripped away his protective layers, leaving him raw and vulnerable in ways that terrify those who care about him. In private moments, palace staff have observed heartbreaking scenes. William standing alone in darkened corridors, forehead pressed against cold windows, shoulders shaking with silent sobs, or speaking on the phone to close friends with a voice thick with emotion as he struggles to articulate fears he can barely acknowledge. This is a man who has always been the strong, reliable one, now tested in ways he never imagined possible. His emotional burden is compounded by vivid flashbacks to his mother's death, the trauma of that loss rushing back with devastating intensity, a reminder of the grief he has long worked to process but which this crisis has made suddenly, painfully present. Friends say Prince William has expressed profound fears about his children potentially experiencing the same loss he endured, about them losing someone central to their world, and the thought is absolutely devastating to him. His struggle is deeply tied to a sense of helplessness. A man trained for military service, who has flown rescue helicopters and saved lives, William is accustomed to taking action and solving problems. Yet in this situation, there is very little he can do. He cannot fix this with willpower or determination, cannot rescue the person he loves as he once rescued others from danger. He is forced to sit on the sidelines, to trust doctors, and to hope. For someone of his temperament, This enforced passivity is torturous. The nights have been particularly brutal. Palace insiders report that he barely sleeps, lying awake for hours as his mind races through worst-case scenarios with no good answers. When he does sleep, nightmares leave him waking in cold sweats, heart pounding, breath coming in gasps. The cumulative effect of sleep deprivation is taking a severe toll, affecting his ability to think clearly, make decisions, and remain the strong presence his family needs. What is particularly heartbreaking is seeing William try to maintain hope in the face of grim medical news. Those around him describe fleeting moments when he seems lighter, more optimistic, speaking about future plans and acting as if everything will be fine, but these moments are inevitably followed by crashes back into the harsh reality communicated by doctors, and the emotional whiplash between hope and despair is exhausting for all who witness it. Prince William has also been grappling with questions of faith and fairness, asking why this is happening, why now, and what his family has done to deserve such suffering. Friends say these are questions without easy answers, and even the palace chaplain, who has been spending considerable time with him, has found it challenging to provide the spiritual comfort he needs. Always a man of faith, William is being tested in profound ways, while also carrying the added pressure of knowing the entire world is watching. Every move, every public appearance is scrutinized for signs of how he is coping, and yet he is expected to maintain his royal duties attending functions, smiling, shaking hands, and pretending all is well. The growing disconnect between his public persona and private reality is becoming increasingly difficult to manage, and those close to him worry about how long he can sustain this exhausting performance. The urgent medical update has sent shock waves through the entire royal family, revealing both the strength of their bonds and the vulnerabilities of this centuries-old institution. King Charles, upon hearing the news, immediately cleared his schedule and traveled to Kensington Palace, arriving in the early hours of December 16, 2025, to be with his son during this unimaginable crisis. Sources describe an emotional reunion between father and son, with Charles embracing William in a deeply moving moment. Having faced serious health challenges himself in recent years, King Charles brings a unique understanding to what William is enduring. Those present describe him as both a father offering comfort and a monarch providing guidance on navigating a crisis while maintaining stability. King Charles is drawing on decades of experience to help his son navigate this darkest of times, balancing the stability of the crown with his desire to simply be there as a father. Even the king, with all his wisdom, is reportedly struggling with his own emotions, torn between his duties as monarch and his role as a parent. The response from other senior royals has been equally swift and supportive. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach and fierce loyalty to family, has been a constant presence at Kensington Palace, providing practical assistance and emotional strength. She has helped manage the logistical chaos created by the crisis, ensuring that royal duties continue, schedules are adjusted, and the machinery of the monarchy functions even as one of its key members faces a medical emergency. Anne's military background and experience handling difficult situations have made her invaluable during these dark days. Prince Edward and Sophie, the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, have also stepped up. Sophie, with her close relationship to William, has been spending time with the children, offering stability and comfort while their father is tied up in consultations and emergency meetings. Edward has been working behind the scenes to manage the public relations aspects of the crisis, safeguarding the family's privacy while navigating public concern. Across the Atlantic, the response has been more complicated, as Prince Harry has learned of the medical developments and begun processing what this means for him and the family from afar. Prince Harry, learning of the crisis through various channels, reportedly reached out to William immediately, setting aside years of tension to offer support during this difficult time. Their conversation was emotional and challenging, with both brothers struggling to navigate their complicated relationship while facing a situation that puts everything else into perspective. Whether this moment leads to lasting reconciliation remains uncertain, but for now the focus is on managing the immediate emergency. Queen Camilla has taken on additional duties to allow King Charles more time supporting William, handling scheduled royal engagements and maintaining the public-facing work of the monarchy. Sources describe her as remarkably composed and professional, though deeply concerned for both her husband and stepson. Meanwhile, long-serving palace staff have gone above and beyond, working extended hours to provide support, manage logistics, and ease the burden on William and his family, a loyalty rooted in genuine affection for him personally. Behind the scenes, the royal family has been mobilizing resources in extraordinary ways, contacting medical consultants worldwide, engaging specialists in cutting-edge treatments, and leveraging global connections to ensure every possible option is explored in the pursuit of the best possible care. As the royal family grapples with this urgent medical crisis, the pressing question is what happens next. Medical experts familiar with the situation speaking on condition of anonymity, describe a complex and uncertain path ahead. The treatment protocols under consideration are among the most advanced interventions available, yet they carry risks as significant as their potential benefits. William and his family face decisions that could shape not only the immediate future, but potentially the trajectory of the monarchy for decades. Immediate next steps involve a series of time-sensitive medical procedures scheduled to begin within days. The palace has been quietly preparing for these interventions, coordinating personnel, equipment, and facilities while maintaining strict discretion. The logistics alone are immense, requiring coordination among multiple hospitals, specialist teams, and security personnel to ensure privacy and safety. Medical experts note that outcomes in such cases are highly variable, dependent on numerous unpredictable factors. For William and his family, this means entering a period of intense uncertainty, receiving updates hour by hour on progress, complications, setbacks, and breakthroughs, a relentless emotional roller coaster few ever experience. Beyond the immediate medical concerns, profound questions loom about the monarchy's future. Even if treatments succeed, a long recovery period may limit William's ability to fulfill royal duties, requiring careful management of public expectations and palace communications. Should outcomes be less favorable, the challenges will be even more profound, affecting both family and institution. If outcomes are less favorable, the implications become even more complex and difficult. The royal family would need to navigate not only personal grief but also questions of succession, the stability of the monarchy, and how to move forward when the future they had planned has been fundamentally altered. These are conversations William is undoubtedly having with his father and senior palace advisors, painful discussions about contingencies that no one wants to contemplate but that responsible planning demands. In the coming weeks and months, William will face some of the most challenging periods of his life, balancing his role as a concerned family member with his responsibilities as heir to the throne, remaining present for his children while managing the demands of royal duty, and maintaining hope while preparing emotionally for various potential outcomes. Those close to him are genuinely concerned about whether he can sustain this pressure without breaking. George, Charlotte, and Louis will also need intensive support, and child psychologists consulted by the palace have recommended age-appropriate ways to communicate with them, helping them process their emotions and maintain stability in their routines. Yet there is no escaping the fact that this experience will profoundly shape the children and influence how they view their roles within the royal family. For William himself, those who know him well say experiences like this can transform a person, shifting priorities, changing perspectives, and altering what really matters in life. Regardless of the outcome, he is likely to emerge from this crisis different from the man he was before, and how this transformation affects his approach to royal duties, his relationship with the monarchy, and his vision for the institution remains to be seen. What is certain is that this urgent medical update has set in motion events that will reverberate through the royal family and the monarchy for years to come. The next chapter will be written in hospital rooms, private consultations, tearful conversations, agonizing decisions, moments of hope, and periods of despair. William, long seen as the stable, reliable future of the monarchy, now faces his greatest test, and the world watches as he navigates this darkest of times. The urgent update that left him shaken is only the beginning of a long and difficult journey. Whatever happens next, the royal family will be forever changed, and the monarchy will need to adapt to a new reality shaped by this crisis. For now, all anyone can do is wait and hope that the medical team delivers better news in the coming days and weeks. While the uncertainty, fear, and anguish remain with William and his family, a reminder of how fragile life can be, even for those who seem to have everything.